Alright, so the first thing we need to do is remove the panels and the keyboard. So to do that, you crack that, reach down here, and then you can remove the panels.
Okay.
And this one, if you look in the back, you got this cutout here. Slide that off, and then you can release. Okay, and that'll give you access to
The keyboard.
the keyboard. From here.
And all of this is being done in order to get to the base unit.
Yep. So take that off.
Another cover.
Pull that cover.
Got it.
And pull that
And
cover.
that cover. Got it. So now we can deinstall the touch panel. Taking out the power and the connector. Got it. Thumb screws to remove the base. 4. And it pulls out
Once you get them out.
once you get them loose. That's simply, and the cords feed through the pole. Keeping in mind that's the way we have to put it back together, right?
Yep.
Got it. Okay. We set that aside because this is going to be put back on the replacement unit.
So now we have 3 cables sitting there.
Printer, wow, came undone simply. Wow,
That shouldn't happen.
that shouldn't have happened, but that's all right.
So now
The
we
fence
have the open tray.
and the fence, right?
Yep.
As they call it.
So here you would have your customer display.
Correct.
So you take that off.
And that would be wired. I see.
And then take that,
Got it.
pull that down. Take these. Just push those back through.
And so what we're doing is accessing the top of the CPU by removing this fence.
And you can just push that back. So now if you come around here, you have an empty tray.
Correct. An empty tray.
Okay. So to show them how to get the tray off,
And this is the
there's 2 screws.
component. Okay.
One here.
Got it. And they're all thumb screws.
Yep.
Very good.
And one here.
And on the other side. Got it. Now we're only 3 minutes into this.
Yeah.
Part
Doesn't
of
take
it.
long. And then voila.
The tray is off. Okay. So now this is the defective CPU slice.
Yep. So
Which we
what
need
they want
to
to do is there's 2 things here. You open this.
Open your front panel.
There's a notch here. So you can push that down, pull that out,
And the cover.
and then
Depress the sides.
hit that, and then hit that, and that just falls off.
And so the door comes off. Being careful, right?
Yep.
All right. Then, this is the shell.
And I gotta remember how to do the shell.
Hold on, I'm going to pause this. Start again? I'm started.
Yeah, so right here,
Yes?
there's this notch here.
Yeah, I see it.
So you just,
Press that down
that
to
down.
release.
and then you can slide
Slide it forward to the back.
and
That's
just lift and release.
right, forward from you towards the back of the unit. Okay. So that's off.
So
And
to
now,
get into here, look for the screws here. look for anything with an arrow. So there's one here, 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 and here.
On this side.
Yep. So you take all of those out.
Electric.
And no power tools either, so.
Yep.
And we're probably at about the 4-minute mark. 4 to 6.
We're at 5:25. I mean, I don't know. We'll find out when this is over. I mean, this is not going to be my voice. Well, he's going to hear my voice now. So, there's 5, 6. There's supposed to be 8, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah. And on the side, and then that releases the cover.
Yep. So back, over, and up.
Okay.
And then where does the raid card normally go? Here?
Well, I'm pausing. Wait.
Well, note that right up in here we'll have a raid card.
In the unit.
Yep.
Which we don't have here right now in this demo. Pause.
Yeah.
Starting. Okay. So the next thing is to take the CD-ROM, CD drive out.
Yep. So you take that off.
In order to access the
and that off.
hard drive. Okay. Should I pause?
Nope.
So there's
screw
a
here.
Screw there.
Be very careful not to lose it.
Yeah, right. There's a screw there.
Where having a magnetic screwdriver would come in really handy.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. And
then
it will come out. Hold on. And you've removed the CD-ROM. Pause. I'm running.
Okay.
In order to access the hard drive rack, you got to take these 2 screws out from the front to gain access. Pause.
It's in here.
Hold on, I'm running. Okay. So the hard drive's in there. To access it,
so once the 2 screws are out, slide.
and it will come out.
And
okay. Okay, so now we have it loosened. You slide it, remove the whole rack, casing, I guess. And you'll see, of course, the hard drive is secured inside.
Still connected.
Still connected.
Now you can.
And we can disconnect.
Disconnect
We're
that.
making sure that. Whoops,
And
there we go.
that.
Set it aside. And of course, that hard drive is going to be installed in the replacement unit.
Yep.
Okay.
So now, really all that's left is disconnect everything.
And we have diagrams that are going to make sure that the tech will be able to follow. You'll have diagrams to show you where the various, what ports the connections go into, right?
Yep.
We're still only 8 minutes.
Yeah.
9 minutes.
This doesn't take long at all.
So then what is the...
Okay, so that one's a little tight, so...
That's a little tight, so we'll just have to unscrew that. Now there is a cable here for the distributed Ingenico unit, right?
Yeah.
That we're going to be. That's okay. That's that one, and that has a power supply and
Yep.
and the cable to the unit itself. But that's not part of the integrated terminal. That sits on the counter, affixed to the counter.
Right. So you... Hey, we finally actually have to use a tool.
There you go, yeah. Other than a screwdriver. Right?
Yep, so use a small flathead.
Mm-hmm.
Jeweler screwdriver.
and set that aside. And
Don't even need to set it aside. You're just going to plug it right back in a minute.
that's true.
Disconnect that.
These cables are all nicely tucked away in that extension.
And
now that unit is going to be returned.
Yep. So now you
for
can put
repair.
that aside.
So we put that aside for boxing in the box. And now we have the, well, I'm going to just pause.
New unit.
Correct. And we're going to repeat the same steps to release the front cover, including the door that's on the cover. Again, in the back, the tab to release the shell and push it back towards the back of the unit. Sometimes it's a little tough. There's the tab. There we go. Some haven't been open for a while. There's the cover off, and now we're back to the same
Screws again.
Yep. 8 screws. We can shorten this one probably. Well, we got now, the replacement unit is arriving without a hard drive. The reason for exchanging the hard drive is that this is their #1 terminal. And this hard drive contains important application, and the unit will not work. There's the cover off of the base unit, and we're back in familiar territory. In this case, again, the media has to be removed to gain access to the hard drive case.
That one's in there.
And they've been in there for a while. Once that's removed, the 2 screws have to be removed to allow us to remove the CD. Set that aside, and that will be put back in the unit. And now we have access to the case for the hard drive again. In this instance, in the replacement unit, there will be no hard drive.
And then as a technician, what I would do,
Yes. Just use that whole case, right?
this is all I would do. It's the same part.
It is. So you're suggesting just use the interchangeable case?
Yeah, I wouldn't even take it out. I would just do this.
Oh,
Take that,
take that out completely,
put that aside,
and then just use the same
grab this one.
case with the hard drive already screwed in place, and just swap the
Connect it.
the rack itself, reconnecting the hard drive appropriately. And then fitting it back in.
Sometimes
Carefully.
not the easiest.
Not the easiest, yeah. Checking clearance. Little under? Yeah, there you go.
That's that. Something still.
There it is. So it must slide back in.
Yes.
Okay. So once it's slid back to the right, as you're looking at it from the front,
You can just get your cables back in
your
place.
cable's back in place.
re-secure your hard drive
Correct.
assembly. So if you want to swing around.
Oh yeah, that's in the front. Sorry. And then we're putting this CD back in place and reattaching and sliding it in and then screwing it down again. 2 screws.
Just gotta push a little bit.
And then reconnecting. And now you have effectively exchanged the base unit. And then again,
Change the RAID card.
the RAID card would be installed.
So once you take that off,
So now the RAID card's back in. We replace the cover with the 8 screws. Making sure there's clearance. Yeah, that needs to be done. And you see it slides back.
and again, everything with an arrow.
Everything with an arrow. 8 screws. The reason you point that out, these additional screws,
Don't get
screw
anything.
holes, are not utilized but do come into play when affixing things
Different
to the
parts,
fence.
like, yeah, that's your monitor mount.
Your monitor mount below is secured to this.
And if you want your monitor on the other side,
Yeah,
that's what
you
those
can
are
do it
for.
that way. Got it. And then one on the side. And that's back together. And now we begin to reverse the process, returning the cover to the CPU.
You always start so it's back a little bit.
We start so it's back.
So you do that, push it down, pull
Slide
it
it.
forward, and tap.
Got it. And now the front cover
Now
with
this thing,
the door from the bottom.
line up the grooves.
Line up the grooves.
And this part's sometimes tricky. So yeah, sometimes you might need a screwdriver just to lift that up to get it in.
I got it.
And then once it's here, that locks in.
Got it. And then the cover.
Yep. And you can do
Door
that.
shut. Okay. So now
Start replacing everything. So keyboard, mouse,
mouse.
monitor,
Go ahead and feed that through.
not yet.
No.
Do that in a minute.
Okay. Whoop, fingers over that. Oh my gosh.
Printer. Keyboard. We'll do that later. Okay, so we got that.
Customer display.
Customer display. Ethernet.
Connection.
Verifone.
Oh, that's Ingenical, I think.
Or,
Whichever.
yeah. Pen pad. And power.
So now we have the base unit, replacement base unit, ready with the hard drive, and now.
Okay. Notice the clips. They go in the slots, and that way you can't pick it up.
Got it.
You grab 2 of these again.
So you're affixing the fence. Long screws.
Yeah, they're kind of long. This is not the one we used before.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah, it is.
I don't think it is. Maybe it's just tight. So cut that.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Fence is in place. So now we're going to reinstall the touch panel.
There. So
First,
this one will be here.
got it. And this is important to make sure that they're fed through the right holes, right?
Yeah.
So here's your
Feed that through.
the monitor cable and the monitor
Keyboard.
excuse me, the keyboard.
So your printer, put back in the hole.
Henry thought it was for him, but it's not being repaired.
Route that over and up.
You can set it over.
Is that Canada?
719.
719.
Pause.
Alright, so we have 3 cables here again,
Yes,
and 1 there.
correct.
And lay that on its side. This one feed through here, and if you come around here,
Okay, hold
comes
on.
out here.
Got it.
So these just feed up straight through.
Oop.
Sometimes you have to do this.
Okay. Just fed through up. Doing them one at a time, I think.
Yep.
Right.
Once you get that, now you can line it up and screw it back down. One hand, Rick. I got it.
There it fell out. point that out again.
There's a display without the jacket. Oh no, it's the wrong color.
Oh, that's all right.
They should give you the...
Yeah.
Looks like they had a serial connector though. No. It doesn't fit the cable, otherwise it would. Make sure that's secure. Make sure that's secure.
There. Great.
And we can put these pieces back on. So start here, then here, and here.
Snug as a bug.
Light touch.
Light touch. So the touch screen is back installed.
So next would be the printer. Make sure that's snug.
And you're just loosening that. Okay. Panels. Another filler panel.
You got the back.
Maybe I should show that. Another filler panel there.
Push in place.
Push in place.
And light tap.
Keyboard.
So sometimes what you'll have to do is take your keyboard cable, pull that down to pull out the slack.
Yep.
Not too much, so that's about how much you want.
Got it.
And then you push down nice and flush.
And there.
And hey, ta-da! We have a unit back together.
Correct.
That's it.
So
And
now,
that back panel. What about
power it
that?
up.
Yeah. We do have the back panel, which
What do we have here?
training video.
training video for the.
And R2D2 apparently.
Yeah.
So this, I would slide in here. That excess you can slide in there. Of course, this will be a customer display.
Right. We're missing the.
And then all the pieces that go to different units
Right.
come out the bottom. It's got 2 notches here.
Got it. Logo tells you it's up.
Yep. Do that. So now you got a swivel.
And it snaps down.
Yep. And then this would be your customer display.
Correct. Which we'll drop in here.
If we ever get one.
Very good. And now we have the end product. However, we're not quite done in that we do have the removed base unit.
Then you would simply put the old one together,
Right.
which we can do. Now that it's cannibalized.
Yeah. So we're just simply putting the empty case. Let's screw it in, right?
Yep. Secure everything for transport. This will be easier because you can just take this, slide all that under.
Of course, we've removed the RAID card and the CD from the from this and installed it in the replacement unit.
Yep. We're going to be short of screw though.
I'm just telling you, we're not going to bother with that because
Came with it, so.
yeah. again, securing and reversing and doing exactly what you did on the other unit.
Put a screw there. Don't have a screw. Just tighten that back up.
Did you? Yep. You got the 2 screws there. And now again we secure the case cover.
So while that one's booting up, you could be doing this.
And this, of course, is going back to be repaired.
Yep.
Because that board must be blown or something. And you put the 8 screws in, and that's done. Cover back on.
Front cover back on.
Front cover back on. And rebox it. In the box the replacement unit came in, and it will be picked up.
And pack it back up, give it to the manager.
Give it to the manager with the shipping documentation, and we're done. No, where does it say stop? Just camera?
I don't know.
Shit, just remember.
Do